Chapter 747. Kishir had listed many names on the dispatch roster in addition to the members' names. Among them were Enon, Helem, and even Alec, a disciple of Thias Yulman. "Why are you calling for Alec?" Ydir inquired. After confirming from the West that the ability suppression device he created was useful, I contacted him to prioritize its production over his other tasks, Kishir explained. "Did you, indeed?" Though we could keep him there and only have the device sent to us, the uncertainty of variables made it wiser to summon the creator himself. We can source the materials here as well. Ydir recalled giving Marty, who struggled with ability control in the West, one of the first prototypes of Alec's suppression device. While it hadn't worked for Ydir, fortunately, it was a satisfactory help to Marty. Kishir too had briefly acknowledged this success in a report. It was astonishing that he hadn't forgotten about it and had separately contacted Alec. His thoroughness in overseeing the entire strategy and preparing moves while also demonstrating remarkable insight was impressive. Alec's suppression device, designed for the Awakener, would be of great help in the current situation, which required dealing with and investigating a large number of such individuals. The response to this incident is essentially complete for now. With more dispatches than expected, the speed of movement will be key, Kishir noted after sealing the last part of his written correspondence with a coded signature. Ydir watched the messenger bird, which had fled to its heart content, take off into the night sky, bearing the letter in a pouch tied to its leg, destined for the capital. In the few days since arriving in the south, numerous events had transpired. They were simultaneously yet intricately connected, like scattered bombs detonating in unison. The underground fighting ring in the south trying to devour the region, the death and danger to the successor candidate of the Horny ducal family, which had greatly influenced the imperial politics in his previous life. The strange crack and monsters reminding him of a disaster he believed would come only years later. The strife within the Star of Nagran that even affected the cavalry and the Southerners who were secretly entangled in all these events. To Ydir, the most critical among these were the bizarre crack and the Southerners. I have found or halfway solved solutions to prevent the others from recurring, but these two are different. The Southerners suspected of causing the crack were either dead or captured. Even the leader, Aton, had been safely transported here by the cavalry and was still unconscious with interrogation scheduled for the following day. But could he be certain that the phenomena of the bizarre crack would not recur? If the seeds of a disaster similar to his previous life had already been sown and today's events were just the beginning, then what Ydir had to face was no longer within the realm of human affairs. I think it's the opposite, isn't it? Before it was more of like intangible natural disasters. Now it is more tangible. It's people. Probably they don't want to go to war. Is that why? I don't think it would stop them. Only he remembered the great earthquake in the south, a tremendous disaster that he must somehow avert. Probably it's PTSD. The messenger bird is long out of sight, yet you're still deep in thought. What's on your mind? His complex thoughts halted at the gentle voice from behind. Ydir closed the window and turned around. The man leaning against the desk and looking at him quietly smiled. Finally, a hint of fatigue crept into Ydir's eyes, which had until then maintained an unwavering iron-like vigor. He hesitated slightly before replying. I was reflecting on today's events and pondering over the phenomena of the bizarre crack. That means among all that happened today, the crack worried you the most. Do you think they are related to the disaster you said is coming? Indeed, with Kishir, there was seldom a need for lengthy explanations. Yes, I don't think it's an undue concern. It's hard to believe, even having seen it with my own eyes, that people could invoke this crack. If it's happened once, it's certainly possible again. I think it kind of like comes down to if it is an awakener or if it is some other kind of like a magic spell that is creating these cracks. Because it is easy to assume it is an awakener, but it's not one awakener, right? And I don't think there are a lot of awakeners with similar powers, like so closely aligned to create these many disasters. And they also had this black crystal or something. So either is worried, probably not about catching these people, but probably having these rocks or crystals scattered around. And what if those crystals act like this detonating bombs and have like timed events and they just cause this chain reaction and he can't stop them? I think that is his concern. And I would say that is actually a problem. If it is just people, you can just like, shh. But if it is these random seeds or random crystals scattered, it would be very difficult to actually find them and stop all of these disasters. And there are no small disasters. There are earthquakes, tsunamis, and all these random stuff. So yeah, I kind of get why he's worried. Kishir produced a stone with a black hue from his pocket, a relic retrieved from the possessions of the Sadra merchants who had chosen death. This seems to be a fragment of an ancient dragon's bone. A fragment of an ancient dragon's bone? A dragon's bone, you say? You remember the medium Thais Yulman created for storing the power of the redstone, don't you? This has similar properties to the ancient dragon's heart fragment used in that, but of a lower grade. Simply put, it's one of the materials capable of containing power. Wait a second. Now that is like a freaking battery, isn't it? If it is an awakener who is infusing all of this thing and they can just send out these suicide bombers everywhere and just, cause natural disasters. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to send people to the south. Okay, I'll shut up now. Thais Yulman had successfully created a medium to transport the pure power of the redstone using a mix of an ancient dragon's heart fragment, ancient fairy dust, and an element called eucalyptium. The dragon's heart fragment and fairy dust were premium materials known for their ability to store power. Even if it's of a lower grade, a dragon's bone isn't common. It's mostly used as a core in magic artifacts, so ordinary people rarely see the raw material. If it can contain power, does it still hold something inside? Kishir shook his head. No, it's empty without any energy. Then, it's one of two possibilities. Either the energy it once contained has been completely depleted, or it was intended to hold something else. Kishir, mumbling to himself, played with the black stone, tossing it lightly in the air before catching it and putting it back in his pocket. We will know once the dispatched personnel arrive. Okay, I have so many damn questions, but I don't want to disrupt this chapter anymore. Even as the black stone disappeared from view, Yudhir's thoughts on the crack and the impending earthquake didn't completely fade. Were there aspects he had missed in the heat of battle? Should he delve deeper into his past memories for anything that might help now? Numerous plans and memories churned chaotically in his anxious mind. Watching Yudhir's unsettled expression, Kishir took off his dust-covered coat and hung it on the chair. Yudhir, slightly taken aback, swallowed his surprise and asked, Commander, why are you... I need to wash. We have done everything we can for today. I can't stay dusty forever. With a playful wink, Kishir gestured toward the adjoining room beyond the desk. Yudhir suddenly realized where they were. Ah, this room used to belong to the noble who owned this building, with an attached bathroom and bedroom. The southern branch's building was originally an old noble's mansion, left unused and vacant. Despite its wear, elements throughout hinted at its once grand past. In the temporary office that Kishir was using, originally the master bedroom of the house, the members had converted the largest bedroom into a makeshift meeting room and office, turning the slightly smaller adjoining room into a bathroom. Unusually for an office, a bathroom was just beyond a single door. Either, careful not to stare too intently at Cashier as he unbuttoned his shirt, quickly averted his eyes. Even though he was still aware of what lay beneath those clothes, now was not the time to focus on that. No, Either you can totally focus on that. I have stayed too late. My apologies. Please rest comfortably. Are you planning to leave just like that? ... His feet, poised to turn away, halted at the sound of that low voice. It felt as though he was bound by some power, yet he knew all too well that wasn't the case. You're thinking now is not the time for this, right? Planning to go back and immerse yourself in work again without even lying down? ... Yizir had doubted several times whether Kishi truly lacked the ability to read minds, but this time was the most convincing. Yizir, rather than denying it, remained silent. Kishi let out a laugh akin to a sigh, much like when he had embraced him earlier. It's okay. ... Look at me. ...